Hi Pookies, welcome to the official ultimate beginner makeup tutorial, and today is the day that you guys shall know the truth. First, I'm just gonna start by saying I already have contacts in, by the way, because I'm going out, so like I wanted to have some contacts on. But you can do this. If I can do it, you can do it too. Don't have that mentality, oh, I can't do it because I don't know. Like, no, I learned from someone else, so you can learn from me. Okay, like half of the time these makeup artists or like the people you learn from will they be overcomplicating stuff and like being too wordy with it. So that your base is very good and your skincare or like whatever you put on your face is very good, so that when the makeup goes on it, it looks tea. The dark spot correcting serum, I don't know where it's from because I stole it from my mom, but the brand is up there if you guys can see it. Vitamin C serum. This thing is so good. Like, this one's probably the pricey one, but if you go on Amazon, I'm pretty sure you can get it for like £12. Advanced Nail Mucin all-in-one cream. This is heaven sent. Then I use the soft refreshing moisturizer cream, face and body hands from Nivea. Before you do your makeup, put some sunscreen on. I get my brush and I get my, this is from Shein, by the way. It's a 3-in-1 like eyebrow thing. They have a ginger color, they have a light brown, and they have black because I'm black. I'm joking. I use the black because I really like my eyebrows sharp, and I think when I use black it is sharp. And then once I get my product, I like that, and then I leave the line there. I don't fully like go like that. No, I don't do that. I take the brush and I push it back and I blend it in with my eyebrow. So now one eyebrow is done and one isn't. Do you see the difference it makes? Thing to this brow, you draw a straight line, like you're like, just make sure go very light. This thing's pigmented. Straight line, and then you slowly give it an arch, like so. An arch a bit more, because yeah. And then same thing, a line, not too much. Stop it right there, and then I go in with the brush and I just. My eyebrows are done. I do not conceal my eyebrows. Well, maybe on a special occasion, but for the beginners today, we are not going to conceal our eyebrows. Solely because that is a step that you can take if you want to at your own risk, but not today's risk. We are keeping it very simple to do. Is I used to put skin tint on, but however today I'm not putting skin tint on because I found a new method which I think you should try. I'm going to go in with the Deep in the shade 185 KVD. This is the concealer. Yes, this is a concealer. I'm very much aware it's a concealer. Just make sure that I'm using the right shade. Yep. Go in. This is going to be your contour. The trick is go for 2 shades that are darker than you. Do not go for the darker shade because you're black and because you don't know. 2 shades darker than you. Not lighter than you, 2 shades darker than you, and don't go for the darker shade. You're going to get your concealer, which is going to be your contour. But I use the shade 185, and I use a concealer as my contour because I fear it's actually much better if you use a concealer as a contour. I do have a contour, which I do have the Fenty contour, which I shall be using later. But for now, I'm going to underpaint my face with this, and I'm going to show you the place I put it. So I start off by going here. Like this, like I do a C shape. Start from where your hairline ends over here, and you're just gonna go C like that. Do you see that? A C shape, a little C shape. Bring it here. No, you're just gonna do a little, like a semicircle. Depending on your face shape as well, you do not have to put makeup. Depending on your face shape, you can put contour in certain places, but this is what I do, and if you wouldn't know what I do, that's what I do. And for then, I'm going to do another semicircle on my forehead. Ting brush from Real Techniques is the brush in 401, and I'm going to get it. As you can see, there's 2 different colors going on here if you can't tell. I just go and I dab into my face, same thing to my forehead. I'm going to make my forehead not dark, but just a little bit of contour, and I'm going to do the same thing. Get the contour that I made, and then I'm just going to my chin, and I'm going to brush my chin, and I'm going to drag it up like this. Brush, drag up, brush, drag up, brush, sweep up, brush, sweep up, get underneath that chin, you know what I'm saying. And then I just dab it up. Then I'm going to go in with the Fenty contour in the shade Espresso. like this, put it right there, so there's a shadow, because we're now about to create a shadow. See that? Right there, like that. Create a shadow. If you can see a difference, then you're doing it right, because there's a shadow right here. And dot one thing here, because now we need to emphasize our nose. And then I just do like you right there. Right, do you see the difference? You can see we've already contoured our face. And then I'm going to get the tip of the brush, which is this side of the brush, and then I'm going to just go difference, and then do the same thing over here, same thing over here. And now my face looks darker than it used to when I started this video, because I have contoured, and it's very obvious that I've contoured because you can clearly see a difference. Go on to blush. I'm using the Made by Mitchell in the shade, where's the SPF? Put SPF on before you put your makeup on. I repeat, in the shade where's the SPF. I'm going to go in and I'm going to put some blush just here. I'm dabbing it like it's a brush, and the great thing about this is because you have no makeup on, nothing's going to come off your face. I'm going to put it in the widths right underneath my eyes, not too close to my eyes, but right on top of blush. Remember, your blush is supposed to be here. Your blush isn't supposed to be down here. It's not supposed to be where you put the contour. Your blush is not supposed to be put where you put the contour. It's supposed to be above. If anything, your blush is always above your contour. So it's like this. Top of your contour. Like this. Not here, not here, not here, not here. Not, we haven't got there yet, but not anywhere there. Techniques in the brush 200, Real Techniques blush 200. This is an expert face brush, and I'm going to just dab the blush right underneath my eyes, to be fair, and I just do that, and then I take it up like this, up like that, in a patting motion. Same thing to this, in a patting motion like this. You're gonna look scary, but it's fine, like this. So then, as you can see, it looks like this. And then if you want, you can just add it here if you want. It doesn't really make a difference because the concealer is going to cover it. And then I put a little bit on my nose. This is what I call a base concealer. We have actually, to be fair, I only have 2 steps that I use for when it comes to concealer. Today, because we're beginners, we're going to go very simple. I use these 2. I use the shade, same KVD concealer in the shade Deep 181. When it comes to concealers in general, you always go 2 shades up because it's a concealer, not your foundation. It shouldn't look like your shade. It should just brighten up your eyes. I have this. This is going to be my eye brightener for today, because to go in with Spiced Rum in Too Faced. Spiced Rum from Too Faced. I put it right here. Do you see why I put them? Right there. Same thing, I put it here. And then I bring it back up and I put it right here. I put them right there. Those are the points you put it on. Now, I'm going to spray my face so that it's moisturized. Close your eyes. We're going to go in with the Beauty Blender. This is the Real Techniques Beauty Blender. This is the, I think it's a soft airbrush one. And I use the tip of it and I just dab. Like so. This is going to give an illusion to your chin that your chin looks like that. You know what I mean? I can't describe it, but it basically gives an illusion. And then you're going to go right under your eye where you put the concealer, and you're going to put it everywhere. Gently dab. You're going to put it everywhere in your eye, and then you're going to do the same thing to this side. This is to cover up any like dark, or like just to cover up so that when we put the brighter shade, it's going to brighten up your face. So then, yeah. And then do the same thing to the top of where your forehead, you applied it, and then you're going to dab. This is to just brighten up your forehead so your forehead isn't looking scary, dairy, deaky, darky. You know what I mean? And I put some right here. Just a little bit, not too much. I'm going to grab the same and like a U. So I go like that when I'm blending. And then around my lips a bit. Once that is complete, we're going to go in with this. This is a lighter shade than me, because we're beginners, we're going to do something that isn't like too wild today. You're going to get it and you're going to put it right here. Right here. You notice how I'm not putting it over here. I'm not putting it right underneath my eyes. We don't do that. That's what the brush is going to do. You don't do that. Just going to place it right here. And then you're going to get it. And then you're going to do a little line right there. You're going to do another line. Right there. Like that. Okay. Okay. What I will say is let your concealer that you just put sit on your face for about like 5 minutes before you blend. 5 minutes, guys. I know you have the time. And if you don't have the time, make sure you do your makeup before if you're going anywhere. So same path. Right under your eye. Don't drag it too far. Just right under the eye. And then close your eyes and blend at the top as well. You see the difference? I have darker under eyes over here, but because I put the concealer, which I think is also part of the concealer is quite good. So it covers up a lot. That concealer is good. It's good. It covers up quite a lot. Close your eyes and just dab, 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 dabby dab. Same thing to this eye. Don't drag it too much far. Close your eyes and dab, dab, dab. Get the rest of the residue. Dab on the places that you want to be bright. The bright parts you should put concealer. The only places you're putting your concealer is here, 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 and here. Nowhere else. I've been seeing people putting concealers at places they're not supposed to. Do a bright. This is for the people that want bright under eyes, because I just realized there's people that are actually going to want a bright under eye look. So I guess I have to cater to that audience as well. I'm going to get the littlest, the tiniest bit of bright. Like the tiniest bit, because this is in the shade Latte by Too Faced. This is very bright. It's very, very bright, so I don't think you need to put a lot. It has a yellow tint. To do a dot over there. That's it. A dot over here as well. That's it. Remember, it's not right underneath your eyes. You do not put it right underneath your eyes. You're gonna look like a jump scare. You're gonna do the same thing up here, right? Just right up there. Put it here, like no, that's doing too much. And then once that is there, you're going to get a brush this time. You're not using a beauty blender, because this one you have to go really much into it. You're going to be using a brush that looks like this. You see how it's like tilted that way so it can get into the corners? Or you could use something like this, which is very small and quite detailed, so you can really get into there. But use a brush for this bit. Use a very thin and a very, very small brush, not a big brush. Don't use this. Don't use this. Don't use this. Don't use this, and certainly don't use this, okay? Get a brush that looks like this. This is what you need, not any of the ones I just showed. You don't need that. You're going to go there, and then now you're going to just dab first, and then you can figure out where you want to put it, but first dab. Slowly, and then slowly in a brush motion, go like that. Slowly and very lightly. You see how it's already brightening up my eye? Yeah, because I'm not scrubbing it and I'm not going like that. No, you're going to slowly dab and then take it right up slowly, so you don't poke yourself in the eye either. Slowly. And you're just going to, and then now you're going to go underneath your eye and you're going to tap underneath your eye like so. Just lightly tap and then slowly brush and take the rest and then just leave it, and that's it. That's it. That's all you have to do, and you can clearly see the difference now, as you can see. That's it. Same thing, close your eye for this one, and you're just going to slowly brush the brush away like that. Slowly brush it away like that. Slowly brush it away, and your eye should look something like this. If you did what I told you, it will look like this. Detail. I'm going to repeat this same thing to this side so you can see. You're going to slowly dab first, dab first, then slowly go in your corners with the brush, slowly, and then you're going to dab right underneath your eyes, slowly, like this. Don't, no, I can see you trying to go, no, dab, slowly, and then drag it up, and And slowly take it out and stop. Don't go here. Don't bring the concealer all the way here. I see some of your concealers here. No, no, no. Like so. And slowly dab. And stop right there where your eye ends. And close your eyes. But I can't see. And you're just gonna... Oh wait. I'm so stupid. Okay. As you can see, my eyes are brightened. Selected. You go like this to your face. Push your face like, ah, so that you can get inside the crevices of your under eye. So, huh? And then you're done. And then you're gonna go in with the beauty blender you used before to blend the rest of the concealers, and you're just gonna tap on it so it doesn't look too weird on your face, it doesn't look too discolorated. And you're gonna go on your eye just a little bit and just same thing to this eye. And then you're gonna leave it, ladies and gentlemen. And now we're gonna move on to the powders. A really high-end powder, which is the Anastasia shade in translucent. But then, like, I couldn't afford it right after that because I literally had no money. So then I went for an alternative, which is this, which was like £3 from Amazon. It's the translucent Revolution powder. It's in the shade translucent, and I just get it. I'm gonna open this just because it's a bit open, and I'm going to take my translucent powder, and I'm going to just you're gonna get a brush that looks like this. This is an eyeshadow brush, but I use it for my under eyes solely because I have watery eyes. If you have watery eyes, this is good for you. Don't use a powder puff to go underneath your eyes because it will cause your eyes to irritate, and that is how you have a watery eye. I've studied it and I've realized, wait a minute, I know why my eyes are watering, because every time I use that, it just makes it water. Well, personally, that's what it makes my eyes do, so that's why I stopped using it. You're going to mix in the brush into the powder. Get it in there, get it into the crevices, and you're going to lightly tap away powder. Tap as much powder off as you can. There's a lot of powder that I put on here. Just a second. Okay, this is good enough. And then you're going to go and you're just gonna slowly brush underneath your eyes. Gonna go like that again. And close your eyes so no powder gets in your eye. And you're gonna slowly go like that. The thing I like about this, it's not gonna leave any streaky marks because, like, it's quite, I would say get a bigger, fluffier brush, but not too big. Don't use a brush that looks, don't go get this. When I mean a big fluffy, I just mean a bit more volume in the brush, but not, don't get a brush that looks like this. Hell no. Just get a brush that is a smaller brush so that you can put the powder in. This is just so that we can, like, set our under eyes before we go with the powder puff. But just... And then you're going to get the powder again and you're going to dab it on the top of your eye. Like, stop your eye from watering and getting irritated. Because the reason why your eyes water when you put makeup on is because there's either too much pressure going into your eye, so it's going to cause it to irritate. You're going to go as lightly as possible on your eye with the brush so that it doesn't cause irritation and your eyes do not start watering. Same thing here. Lightly brush that bit. And now your eyes are literally set. With my beauty blender once more, and I'm going to tap to get the excess powder off. And then boom shakalaka. Now you're gonna go in with your powder puff. And you're gonna dab onto your powder puff. Get your powder. Grab your hand. Put your powder puff on your hand. Sway left to right, like that. And that type of motion. That sort of motion. See where I'm going? Like that. And then you're gonna get it and you're just gonna put it on the rest of your face that needs the powder. I see people just, like, doing way too much when it comes to powder. You do not need to do too much. I'm not putting it directly under my eye. We've already done that. Now we're doing the rest of my face, which is down here, that needs it. If you have to pick up some more product to do that, you can do so if there's not enough powder, if you think. But that's literally all I do. And then put some here. And then on my forehead. On what we're supposed to do, what we came here to do. I don't wear lashes, so if you do wear lashes, this is like, you should have done your lashes, like they should be done by now. I'm not about to do lashes today because I don't actually wear them like that sometimes. I'm gonna get my eyeliner, and this is how I do my eyeliner. Because of my eye shape, I just draw a straight line right on top, underneath my eyelash like that, like a little wing, a very little wing, and I face this way, and I just, and then get the I have a two-ended one. This one's quite tricky, that's why I don't quite use it like that. It either causes messes or not. I use the end of this, and then I'm going to go onto my eyes like this, on top of my eyelashes. I'm going to give myself a line. Okay, this is just giving your eye some shape, so your eye has a shape, so then your eyes look woo, you know. So you're just going to line your eyes like so. Oh my gosh, I forgot, I'm not showing you. Like that, on top of the lashes, like just like that. We're gonna put mascara on today. Actually, I'm not sure. I'll put a light amount of mascara, so as you can tell the difference between my eyes. You can tell which one has eyeliner and which one doesn't. Same thing to this side. Do a line, like a little small line like that, and then go on top of that line and just draw a little bit of a liner wing. You don't want too much. And you're gonna just add on top of your eyelashes on your like waterline, if that makes sense. Oh my days, my hands are so shaky. Oh gosh, my hands are shaking. If you have shaky hands, take your time. And then your eye is going to have a little bit of, and come closer, there is a line right there. And then this is what I do. I get this bit of the eyeliner brush. I'm gonna switch sides because I think this part is quite empty. Oh gosh, I think that bit is empty. And then I'm gonna just shake it off. And then I'm going to go into my eye, but slowly. This is going to give my eye some definition, and it's gonna make my eye look a bit more sharp. I'm going to go into the corner of my eye, and on the line of my eye, not inside my eye, the corner, and I'm going to draw a line to meet up with the line I already made when I was doing my eyeliner. A very thin line, don't make it thick, a thin line. Do you see the difference in the eyes? I hope you see the difference, because there's a big difference. And then you're going to do the same thing over here. And then boom. That's all you're doing to your eyes. You're not doing anything more. Anything. Highlighter. Since we've done our eyes, we're going to move to some highlighter. I use this from Primark. I've had this for years. I've had this for years. This is the Bronze Luxe palette. You're going to get your highlighter palette, and you're going to get a brush that looks like this. I use this for application, and then this to just bluff. I go for this shade, and to brighten up I use this shade. I don't really use that because no, I use this to like a little, and you're just gonna like so, and then you're gonna go, and then you're gonna put it on your nose like so, like a little spot right there. You're gonna do the same thing up here, and then you're gonna give yourself a little line, and then you're just gonna bluff it out with the bluffing brush, and then bluff, 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 bluff. And so now you should have like a little bit of a shiny nose. And then you're gonna go in with the Fenty contour, that we used before. Swish it up, get a round brush that looks like this. I wouldn't say use this because this is too wide now. You're going to get like a brush like this. You're going to rub it on the head of the contour like so. And then you're going to go in over here to give your eyes a bit of volume over here. Not volume, sorry. Just sharpen up your eyes a bit. And then you're going to do your nose like this. Just watch what I'm doing and then do the same thing. And brush like that. Brush it down if you want to, but it should look like you've done nose contour or if you've got a nose job. I'm now gonna do a little bit of a brown eyeshadow because I do want to give warmed today. I'm gonna use this brown palette from Primark. Again, it was a birthday gift I got years ago. I don't know if they still have it, but you just need to get a brown color like the one up. I'm gonna get a brush that looks like that, kind of thin, so I can really get into my detail. And I'm going to get that brown that I just had. Give myself a little bit of an eyeshadow like this. So line your eye like that, with, and then up like that. So you're doing like a V, like you're going whoop, 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 whoop. Because I do have wider eyelids, I feel like it caters to like my needs, but whatever your eye shape is, just try go in a V position. This is to make my eyes look a bit more brown and like covers up the concealer so that my eyes don't look too light, but like just look exactly like my color. And then I just go in over there, and I'm not a big eyeshadow person, so this is what I would do. Slowly mix the brown in and keep it going. So now my eyes look a bit more neutral. I'm going to use the same brush I used to contour. I will say when you finish doing, do wash your brush so that your brush doesn't have that little thing there. I'm going to go for a black, not a dark black, like a dark brown. I'm going to get like the littlest amount of it because we don't want a smoky eye. We just want our eyes to have a little bit of tension going on with them. And I'm just going to slowly, where my eyeliner is, I'm going to just add some over there and then slowly bring it back up, just slowly, so that my eyes literally look like I have something going on. So you see how that gives it like a smoky, you know? Same thing to the other side. Just a little smokiness going on. And then now I'm gonna go in with an orange because I'm black and orange looks beautiful on me. I'm gonna go in with this color. Is it a shimmer? Wait, no, sorry, not that one. I'm gonna go in with this burnt orange. I'm going to use the same brush that I used for the brown. Get a bit of that orange, a little bit onto both sides. Like as you can see where the oranges are. Close my eyes for this bit. Add a bit of orange and I'm going to blur it out. Same thing here. Blur it out. This is so my eyes have a little bit of like drama, so my eyes are alive, because sometimes your eyes don't really look alive when you just do like a normal makeup routine. And when you are done with that, and then you're going to go back into your palette for your highlighter, and you're going to grab your highlighter brush, which is this, and you're going to go for this color once again because you're black, and remember, you don't use things that are way too light for you. Dab it off, and you're going to just put it right here. This is to give your eye a little brightness. You see how my eyes are looking very different? They're looking brighter, they're looking alive. You want your eyes to look alive, not dead. And you're just gonna go back that way. I don't know if you guys can see. Just gonna add it. Oh, you can't see. Add it right there. And then do like a C shape. So like, you see where that line has your eye? You're gonna just, you're gonna get a bit more. I'm just gonna do that. And then to brighten up my eyes, because I do like a bright, I'm gonna go in with this shade now. Be careful because she's really bright, like really bright. And I'm just going to put it right inside the corner of my eye. Going to drag it up like that. Put it in the corner of my eye, but drag it up. Then drag it up into my eyes like this. So you're dragging it up like this. And you're gonna get this fluffy bit of the brush. And slowly do in circular motions to get rid of too much glow. Just a little bit. So now your eyes are looking bright. See how I put it right here? Right here. So I'm going like this. And I'm going like this after I do that. So like this. And then this. Like, we're gonna use these three. These three is what I call the aftermath of your makeup. You're going to put this. This is a bronzer. Okay, a bronzer is what you put on to warm your face up. Not your contour, not your powdered contour. This is a bronzer. It's the Fenty bronzer in the shade Mocha Mami 08. Fenty Beauty. You're gonna, I've had this for like 2 years now. You're gonna open the bronzer and you're gonna get a brush that looks like this. I don't actually know where this is from. I think it's from BH Cosmetics in the shade, in the brush type 124. And you're gonna grab it and you're just going to dab it, get some product out. Ooh, not too much. And you're gonna, once you get that product out, and dab, not too much. And you're going to go and you're putting it right here. See where my hand is? Right there, babes. Right there, love. Right there. You're gonna grab some more product, tap off, and then you're gonna do the same thing. Put it right here. You're gonna put it right on top and between your blush and your contour. So that transitioning bit is you're putting it right on top of your blush and your contour, like that. And do the same thing to the top of your face. You see how my forehead isn't looking like two different colors? Yeah. And then you're just gonna, because I need it to, I don't want to look like two different colors. Bronzer. I sometimes put it on my nose like this. Sometimes, not all the time. But I get the rest of it and I just dab it on the rest of my bottom face. Not too much on my girl. It's a little bit everywhere, so it neutralizes it. I see it as a neutralizer when you don't put too much. It doesn't look scary. But it's a Real Technique brush. It looks something like this. It's a bit more fluffier because you're going to put your blush on. I have two blushes. I could either use this pink blush or I can use this orange blush. But I think for the sake of today's video, we're going to use an orange blush. Ooh. I mean, we're going to use a pink blush. We're going to use this one. I got this from the O2 and it's Techna Matte Blusher in the shade... It doesn't even have a shade. Like, you're gonna get like a pinky blush. It depends. This bit I will say is your choice. If you don't like blush, you can skip this bit. You don't have to put blush on. But this is what I do to look good. I get a little bit. This one's quite like pigmented, as you can see. Like, do you see how pigmented that is? It's quite pigmented. I'm gonna dab off some of that. I don't need all of it. And I'm going to put it on top where you put your blush. Remember, your blush is supposed to be here, not here. Not here, not, well, you could put it there, but not here, not, your blush is supposed to be up here, not here or here, up here. I'm just going to slowly add some tension. Do it from the top, don't bring it down, just leave it at the top, like right there. Same thing to this side. like right there. Do you see that? I'm a blush fiend, so I put a lot of blush on. So if you don't like that much blush, you don't have to put that much, but that's just what I do. And then grab the rest of my brush and I'm gonna just swipe off residue. Like that. And I go actually put it sometimes in my eyes, sometimes, all the time. And I actually put some on my forehead. I'm not gonna lie to you, I actually put a little bit of blush on my forehead, a little bit on my nose. I'm gonna slowly, because you don't want your eyes to water, get the powder puff that I used before. And I'm going to just bring back the brightness into my eyes. And now I'm going to just get some powder, sway motion, sway it, sway, 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 sway. I'm going to look there and I'm going to just add a little bit. I'm not bringing it all the way here, just right there. A little bit, like just a little bit, not too much. Not too much now. And then you're just gonna slowly, like that. Slowly. And then here. I said I did it too long, but slowly. That's my hair. And then I'm gonna go back with the bronzer brush and then it's just so that my face looks a lot more snatched. So right here. Right here. And then last but not least, I'm gonna go back in with I'm just going to dab it all over my face. So that any powder or anything that's not supposed to be there will disappear. Am I forgetting anything? Last, you're gonna go get your contour brush. Your contour. I like to do this, actually. And you're just gonna line up like this, right there. Give yourself a line up there. Same thing here. Now line up like that and then leave it. Close the contour, babes. Put it down. Gonna get that same contour brush and you're just gonna sweep your face up. And then bring it back down and then push it down to your neck so your face doesn't look like two different colours, love. Same thing to the side. Swish up, and bring it down so the rest of your face does not look like if you know what I mean. I go in with my powder brush after everything is done just to like dense out the contour because I don't really like harsh contour. I really don't. I feel like it really like sometimes take away from my face. So just lightly. And I use this. This is NYX, but you can't even tell anymore because that's how long I've had it. It's in like the darkest shade possible. It's like a burgundy color. And I'm just gonna I just go like that. That's all I do. And then the bottom I go very light. Line a little bit. Not too much because it's quite a bit of a brown. I'm just gonna bluff my lips. Find where my lipstick is. Curl your eyelashes. Today I'm going for a very like natural, I'm not wearing, and I'm just gonna go like that. Just so they are a bit curled so I can actually like put product on them. I'm not putting that much mascara on. I just want my eyes to like be a bit alive, and I'm going to go under my eyes, not like that. I'm not doing that. I'm going to go on top of it and I'm going to brush it up like this. On top and brush, not under and brush. Just a little bit of mascara. And then I'm going to wiggle, 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 wiggle. I don't go like that because it hurts my eyes. So I go like that for like a more subtle look. Like so. I like them quite spiky. And they should look like that when you're done. Do the same thing to this eye. Like this. And you're just gonna, so like that, so like this, and then like that, this, that, this, that. Like this one's a bit dried up. I'm gonna use this one from Clinique. Do you see how like spiky? I'm gonna do the same thing with this mascara on this eye because I kind of like it now. Because the other mascara was low-key kind of dried up. To get rid of any mascara that's gonna fall into my contacts. That's literally all I do. And then now I'm going to get my setting spray. I'm gonna use Eyeshadow, and then I'm going to use this as well. Killer combo. Open it, and I'm going to okay guys, and when you're done with your makeup, it should look something like this. Right now my face is oily because of the thing I put and because it's hot, but this is the finished product. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you learned something from this.